Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey and that resolves, and today Taco Lord made me do it. I've been actually meaning to do this deck for such a long time, but I was looking through Eternal Warcry for decks, saw a name and no, it was Taco, and they've put their version of the Elysian NightMaul deck on there, so I decided to pinch it and I'm going to play it today. So generally, not much to say about the deck, it just keeps Nightfall going because it does sort of like chip damage to your opponent and means that their hands can be full, so you get to use Maul. Maul's an interesting card. When I first saw it, I was like, what is this? But it's a 6 cost win the game, and if you're going to tap out for a spell that costs 6, better win you the game. So it does. It'll deal like 14 points to your opponent and they'll just die. So just a bunch of sort of like Nightfall units. Dusk Raider as well. I've seen some versions of this deck that also play the Little Unseen that gets like Aegis, but I think Dusk Raider is just really good because it's going to give like sort of like random units like Gloaming Wisp getting Berserk is still sort of fine because it's going to deal 1 off the Nightfall and it's going to be Berserk deal number 2, and it's just sort of busted in terms of like 2-drops, whereas it's sort of quite innocuous. I think that this is the next sort of premium I'm going to make just because I really like this card. And then against like beatdown decks, like a 3/4 that gains you some lives, and Lethrai Darkstalker is just like actually kind of aggressive because of all the Nightfall, it's going to be Nightfall forever, and you just get to keep walloping your opponent with this 3-cost 4/4. Teacher of Humility is also sort of interesting in this deck because the Nightfalls are counted as an additional draw, so the disciplinary weights will happen there and make all the cards that your opponent's drawing cost more, which is a synergy with Maul because then they can't play it. And other than that, it's not too much different other than the spells. So Begone is sort of a new one. It's just like another unsummon effect, I guess, along with like Equivocate and Teleport. But Dissociate is the interesting one. So this negates an enemy spell and puts it into the enemy hand, or put an enemy attachment into the enemy hand. So say your opponent, I don't know, trying to harsh roll your board, you just like put it back, cost 8, and then on your turn be able to like attack them and maul them or something like that. But it does set up some sort of interesting turns. But other than that, let's just get into the ladder and see where it does. I've never been impressed by this deck, but I am willing to be proven wrong. Okay, well, we're on the draw, and it sounds kind of slow. If we'll redraw, I think we can do better. And this hand kind of blows as well. I guess for this deck, this is a deck that can go to 6. Oh, it's good, cool. One play with 2 teachers should be okay. We'll get to reclaim our card because we're going to just have Nightfall constantly. Uh-oh. Well, we'll play Banner first just because we will have a Sigil in play, well, in hand, but we won't have a unit in play, so. My main concern here is that because our opponent led with a time deck and they played a Seek Power, aside from them like definitely having, okay, so I was going to say it was a Zalchi deck, but it is a deck that just have too much, like, whatever. Let's go play the second one. One thing against this deck though is that they're going to have Annihilate, so Cobalt's aggressive. So their Annihilate will be good against the Cykalis, but also they're a slow deck, so maybe Maul will do some work here. Fortunately, we've got loaded nonsense like Equivocate, so Vara's going to be too much of a problem. Same for like Azendel, I guess. Our Maul is not super exciting right now, but it's like a 6-power deal 10, which is a good rate. Yeah, you can keep your Vara. I'm going to just Permafrost it, seems good. Yeah, don't have to Equivocate at all. Yeah, what do for free? Make it Nightfall again. Maybe I should have Equivocated because that's 2 and 2 for 4 our total power, and then if we draw like another power next turn, which because we're going to keep Nightfall going, maybe we do. Yeah, we would have been able to. I don't know what to teleport that. That seems awful. But do we want to Equivocate a 6-drop? I mean, I guess all like the other 6-drops are going to suck. So yeah, then we get to keep the other fast teleport up. Yeah, don't want Nightfall. Yikes. I suppose this deck got hit a little bit by the Jenna Merchant being hit. Wow, it's kind of snoozing. Just like slow speed I guess whatever they want to do like now. So maybe it's like grabbing a discard spell. Not banish. Beep. Sort of fine with this because we get our threat back. Because we're kind of threat light right here, as well as get to do like NightMaul again, which is that's the real money. And then -5 this offers like a deal 14. Whoa! Aggressive. So we'll get to 10 our opponent now, which is a bit of a yikes. Can't really attack for anything. Could just 10 our opponent and then hope to draw another before I get to do anything about it, because they're not going to like... I mean, anytime they draw anything now, it's going to play it. So I guess we'll just maul them for 10. Put them to 6. Then if we draw another maul, they die. And we also start to sort of like chip away with Nightfall. Yeah. I think this is the plan. It's been a long time since I've actually played with Maul though. So actually the campaign this came from just had so many good cards in it. Well, let's move the mic a little bit. Roll. Daria with amplifying something. Oh, this is awful. This gets to attack twice. So this is 13 damage. Am I okay with that? Yeah, it's not bad. Keep our thing in play just to... Yep, it's fine, you got me. Okay, well, we get to Lethrai Darkstalker and hold up Dissociate. Or teleport. If we need to. So we could actually just like do block plus teleport if we need to.
I'll finish this good.
Oh, wow. Wow. This is spicy. Just like a 20 power Marine Stinger. Okay, so we do actually just need to draw. Nope, you can have a big row. We need to draw Maul. Like, basically, this turn. Wow. So, if we block here, we take 9. We get to unsummon this, and let's have a look at this. If we don't block this, we take 6. I mean, we just need to not die, and that's it, isn't it? Yeah. So if we block that, we take 6, 10, 15. That seems fine. And then we get to try and kill our opponent with Cykalis. Yeah, so we teleport this. It's like, no blocks it, like whatever.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Cool, so we managed to do it. Yeah, that was harder than I thought it would be. Oh, sugar. They do die, cool. I was sort of like, what's going on? Yeah, completely forgot that like Sandstorm Titan's got endurance. Doesn't matter because Nightfall's going to get him. Okay. This deck is stressful to play. But we got there, so I'm happy. Hunter Stinker. Let's redraw. Is this also a Stinker? Nah, it's kind of okay. We've got Dusk Raider. Can't be bad. And maybe we'll get like Permafrost something on 1, which is so we just never do. Yeah, so it's kind of an okay curve. Do we have any units now? Oh, we don't. Aggressive. It's like 2 more Sigils. Sigil play. Well, you're going to feel silly because I'm going to play a Dusk Raider. You've not got a Sigil play anymore. So maybe our opponent's hand just like was an absolute stinker and they just absolutely needed the scout. But why that's aggressive. Well, I want to attack. Let's play Lunar Magus. Seems fine because our opponent can attack if they want. I'm just like, okay. Because I'm not trading. I think that our Dusk Radiant is worth much more to us than the Outlaw is to our opponent. Because this has like an effect while it's in play. Well, this can't really attack now. I mean, our opponent just like Telegraphs have got a trick if they attack, but if they attack, we just don't block. But the 3/4 disincentivizes them from attacking. That was like fine dot deck. We could actually just... We've got a Maul already. I kind of want Crystallize. Yeah, let's grasp this. Well, perma this. Then, depending on what our opponent does, we can decide what to do next. But it's probably going to be something to do with Jedi Merchant in here. So, get a teleport. We'll grab Crystallize, I guess. So if our opponent just dumps a hand and make like a bunch of like X1s or something, we get to kill them all, which is cool. But we get to keep pushing damage. I really like Crystallize in markets. Brings me back to the good old days when... Oh yes, I like it. Our opponent's units get double Berserk. Oh yes. Wow. So we could just like Crystallize our opponent. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I brought us off it. So I was just thinking, like, we get to deal 7, and then I put draws 2, might not be able to play everything, so we get to like Maul off like 4 or something. But yeah, I brought us off it. Oh yes, bronze drops are the best, mate. I'm starting to feel like I might be wrong about this deck. Well, I'm going to get a hand like this. I'm just like, oh, maybe not. Redraw. Yeah, I like this. It's kind of awkward because do you actually need dual Primal at all? Is it just for Crystallize? Although, if our opponent is very smart, now we get to get him with Dissociate. Do we draw that spell? Or just pour it in? Yeah, so our Diplo Seals are dead. If our opponent waits to torch an our turn, we get to Dissociate. If they... Aww. What are you playing well for? Oh, okay, playing... Genev? Oh, whatever this... You know, I actually just don't know what factions are called anymore because on like the Direct Digital stream, they called Winchester Ambition. I'm like, what? Do we name them after displays now, or is it named after the thing? Oh, like infinite things. We need some sort of Nightfall just to make our hand good. It was like 12 ball opponent though, soon. 14. Cool. I guess I was starting to enjoy the deck, so maybe this is why I always got a handful of like unsummons. Like, cool. There's 12 you. Yeah, 12 you. Put the fear in them because now they think, oh no, maybe they've got another one. I have to like hold up my display. I'm like, yeah, you do. Hold up your display for the rest of the game. Yeah, I'll take 5. I'll play on Tail Creeper next. Seems fine. Everyone just needs to be scared now because like, could just kill him again. Okay. Obviously, just like don't care. Just like be gone. That get rid of it. Shadow, I guess. So I'm gonna hold this power, I think, because if I don't get merch, I'm just gonna grab Maul, I guess. Because we can't play both these anyway. But can't play Winter's Grasp for multiple reasons. Would kind of like our opponents to just like placement big that I can just grasp just to get to draw a card.
A great fight.
But maybe I want to play power because I can dissociate to protect our Maul if we do draw it. But we're going to grasp that. Our opponent's probably going to go and get a Howling Peak, but that's kind of aggressive against like a deck that does have like a deal 12 in it. Okay, got me. Get enemy spell, put in the enemy hand or attachment. I think I just might. Oh, I can put this back. I can't. Alright, cool. Yeah, got me. It's like, I was wondering why it was giving me the option to do it. So to get an enemy smell. Or an enemy attachment. Just put this back. Because there's no reason to. Cool, so I need to Gloaming Wisp. Cool, got me. Yeah, this is fine. And then get to grab Maul. And I think I'm just going to hold up Dissociate. So it'd be nice if we had sort of like time to. Yeah, Torch is fine. Do we just make it cost more just to waste their time? I think we do. Yeah, we'll just waste our opponent's time, I guess. So go to 11 now. I think it does 12. They get to play as much as they can from the hand. Of course, their charm display does counter spells. Well, negate spells. I think the way we say in this game is. That's a bit of a nuisance. But we do have +1 damage anyway because of the Winter's Grasp. Do we just sort of like allow this? I think we do. It's kind of fine. So we get to get him for 1, put him to 10. Oh, Moonstone, cool. We only deal 8. Oh, this is awful. I think we'll just fire it off. Put up on to 3. And then we'll just like chump block. Try and Nightfall them out. Yeah, just like in Chump City for the rest of the game. But skills got Torch. Rats. Oh well. A Valiant Fight. A Valiant Fight. Nice to sort of do okay, considering like how much of the game was about just like a million on summons in our hand. But yeah, I'm not used to this deck at all. Okay, well, I'm not sure if this is the last game if the next one is, but this is a redraw. But I'm softening to this deck actually. We'll keep it. I'm going to end up having a Pledge Cykalis just to get the double time for Teacher, because otherwise our hand doesn't do anything. But we do have merchants, so we're able to get rid of these Primal Sigil anyway. And if you're playing the mirror and our opponent plays the Teacher, we could teleport it, we could Permafrost it. I sort of, given how many powers we've got, wouldn't mind. Oh, crikey. Oh, Derry, this is fine. It's Perma, I guess. Right, the only ones who can make things cost more. Well, I'll be honest, Time Sigil wasn't quite what I was looking for. I'm interested in our opponent's deck though.
Fresh kills make the best pelts.
I like all of this, what our opponent's doing. Actually, kind of like Derry. Derry's kind of weird as like a card. Unsummoning this seems awful, but I will offer the trade in attempts to just dealing more damage to our opponent. Yeah, it's fine. Because they ain't teleporting it. It seems terrible for me. But we've already managed to get a little bit of the synergy because Nightfall with Discipline Weights is just nice technology. I've actually kind of been a fan of these two together in like just general time mid-range decks.
Trust in yourself.
Okay, well,
Make no sound.
we are potentially set up to be able to kill our opponent with Maul. Apart from all the creatures, apart from Teacher being kind of bad, this sort of reminds me of... Sort of reminds me... Oh, 12... let's just play Magus out. I'll keep Teleport so we can play it if we need to. Maybe protect one of our things. Cobalt all the time. Reminds me of like old Stone Scar Burn, where you just playing to the point where you got to do your thing with Flame Blast before that got nerfed. The Power Surge nerf. I actually really liked Flame Blast. I never really got to play with the Elysian Power Surge card, which just put an X cost into play. I think I was at a point where the only real decks I owned were Stone Scar ones, so I never branched out into that. So what we're doing here, we dealing 4? So we get to deal 3 to our opponent, and then we get to maul them. It's kind of fine. So the opponent would have got us like a lot more if. So now we get to deal 12 to our opponent and kill them. Our opponent probably should have just like held up display. Also just didn't realise that I had 12 for some reason. But oh no, I should have a look at my record and see what game we're up to with this deck, because I might have time for another one. So we did only do 4 games, so we're ready for the last one. It's kind of interesting. So we would have to pledge here, wouldn't we? But I think we can redraw. I think we can do better than this. Like if we draw like undepleted, we just get to play Dusk Raider into Magus, I think great shape. But I think we can just redraw. I think we could do better. But yeah, actually, I kind of like this deck actually. Oh, this is another awkward, isn't it? Because Egon doesn't actually fix for us. But we'll keep it rather than going to 6. Because given the way our hand is just like basically all mono time anyway, if we get to hit with one of these teachers, it's a good chance we're just like, okay, well, here we go then. It's a Gloaming Wisp. We could hit into a Primal source anyway. Oh, I feel like another time Sigil. We can just like keep this for Primal. Okay, well that's kind of perfect. We'll just time it up. Play Teacher, crack our opponent for 1 point. Glowing Wisp is a very innocuous little card, but it'll probably do like 3 or 4 damage to our opponent, which, considering we're trying to do like a 6 power deal 12, is kind of okay. I think it might be Diplo for Primal, and then we've got double Primal if at any point we do want to Crystallize. Torch is fine. Crack our opponent. So it seems they might have another Torch. So in that case, let's play Lunar Magus now. They've got a fast spell. I don't want to just play our Teacher into a Torch, much rather than... Ooh, spicy. Opponent's got Echo cards. If this is like the Sunnyvale version, it's just playing like 8 fake cards. I'm feeling pretty good. Well, we can't exactly be gone that. That seems like not the best technology. Could we get a Hailstorm? Doesn't really do much though. Perma's probably not it. I might just be gone and replay this, that seems fine. I could just play both of these though for now. Yeah, we'll do it next turn. Our opponent does get to interact with it with like display, because they could have a kill off thing or a counter spell. But they probably want to kill our thing in that case. Because it being in play is also getting to Gainer's Life. Which, if our opponent's playing like a big control deck, is probably not the most important. But still kind of important when your opponent's trying to kill you for 7-5. Yeah, this is actually kind of fine. Ooh, Dusk Raider. So we've got our target that is better for torching than Teacher. This is fine. So what gets put away? Enemy attachment, so we can just put this away. Huh. Interesting. I was going to play this. I'm going to stagger our Nightfalls. And I might just make this cost how much more? 3 more, make it cost 4, so it's our opponent's entire turn. Yeah, we'll do that. One thing that's worth considering, they can't play Heart here, but if they could play Heart, that'd be pretty devastating because they get to kill this and have like a torch still for later on. Titan's fine. Equivocate! Oh no. Well, what can we do? So we can equivocate this. Actually, we don't want to. We could begone this. Shadow, like whatever. We can begone this. Justice, whatever. Then we can play Teacher plus Wisp. Crack our opponent for 1. We're going to get to 15. They've got like a million cost torch they can use here if they want. But we just want to keep our opponent busy.
A great find.
So they could get Hailstorm there. Could also have got Downpour. Yeah, so I'll put him sort of a nuisance here. Let's just crack our opponent for 2 in the air. And then because I know our opponent has got that torch, I am going to just bounce this one. Because it survives it. And then we could hold up Equivocate, but don't really care. Just going to play a living example. Because we've got Nightfall, so this gets to give +1/+1 to our stuff. Now, if our opponent's life total is actually kind of low. Oh wait, they get to deal 4 anyway because of the Helm Peak. There's completely missing like the onboard here. Downpour is rough. Yeah, maybe we should run it the other way around then. So to at least be able to keep gaining lives, but if I want to tap out, I get to kill him with Maul, I think. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to keep time sigil just because it means that if we draw a merchant, we're able to draw our Maul. Oh god. What's this like on it? Is that probably like Messenger Hawk for Permafrost here or something? Because they just got like infinite. Yeah, no blocks. Just like got 31. It's okay. Gold Pass, I got a fast spell. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Tedious. Sort of sad because we could have. We drew Maul and would have won. Nice. It's actually can draw a card in our opponent's deck as well because it can hit Heart. Oh, Sandstorm Titan. Fortunately for us, we missed. Okay, so this kind of it's a bit of a biter now. Because our opponent could go and find a display now, and then we'll just completely dobs. So, with them being so aggressive with these strategizers, I feel like they've already got the display if they just like hold up the free. Nothing from me. Teleport. So, teleport here. Let's just see if our opponent's got a fast spell. So they do.
You're a sad bunch.
I think I'm going to try and get to 9 so that we could, if we draw a merchant, we could just like ditch the Permafrost and maul them. Okay. So Maul's definitely lethal, and so is Merchant, if we actually find it. Because, well, Maul deals 18. Gotta do that. Okay, so I suppose we're just going to go for it, and if our opponent's got us covered, then we lose, and, you know, that sucks, but I guess this is a deck you just don't play to not go for it. Yeah, so they got Chaos Choice. We're at no cards in hand versus, like, I'm the only cards in hand, so I'm going to scoop it up and go to the deck tech. Yeah. Don't have to see anymore, friend, don't you worry. Okay, so not the best record, I think it was just 2 and 3, but the deck's obviously got legs. Every game is sort of like some sort of 4D chess where you're just trying to figure out how you can kill your opponent with a combination of maybe getting there with Maul, but also like a bunch of little pings off all the Nightfall units. I will say though that as soon as your opponent sort of knows what they're up against, it's very difficult for you to win because they'll start to just sort of play cards suboptimally so that your Mauls basically just deal no damage. And also, if your opponent's got lifesteal units like Varric, it can be very hard to actually overcome that because it can get to a point where like your Mauls just, again, just don't do anything, and the Nightfalls are just helping your opponent because their lifesteal is going up, yours is going down, and we've got this huge threat in play. But thanks to Taco Lord for the deck list. Probably will try this again at some point. I think that it's another deck that will only get better as more cards are printed, especially if there's like ever a 0 cost counter spell to protect your Maul that'd be busted. But maybe there's an argument for maybe like a Feln version of this one day where you get to play like a bunch of Disruption, but I guess Disruption with Maul's not the best. Maybe playing Derry in this deck's okay. It's not the most aggressive threat, obviously, but you get to have a real look at your opponent's hand and just sort of see whether the coast is clear, though. I guess for the most part, you're just going to like going for it, hope your opponent just like plays wrong. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm That Was All. See you around.